Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Good evening to all of you in YouTube land. So I wanted to talk about Litha. Litha is also known as the Summer Solstice. It is also known as Midsummer. It is one of the two solstices. And in the Northern Hemisphere, which is where I live, which is where some of you live too, the summer solstice is usually on June 20th or 21st, sometimes June 22nd. This year I will include the information. Oh, hello Apollo. Please don't scratch the layout cloth. Thank you so much. So, it's the beginning of summer from a solstice astronomical perspective, number one. And number two, it is a time of fun, passion, greater vitality, greater heat, sexual and non-sexual. It's also a time of heightened, intense emotions. So there's a lot about Litha and Midsummer and the summer solstice and all the other names it has. And for the record, some sources believe that it was not celebrated until modern times, and some believe that it was celebrated even back in ancient times, like especially in ancient agricultural societies. But it definitely is about the intensity, the heat, the heightened emotions, the heightened physical sensations, and keep in mind that it is also a connection to summer, although in some magical traditions, summer begins on Beltane, which is traditionally May 1st. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And by the way, the word solstice comes from the Latin meaning sun standing still. And what's always fascinated me about the summer solstice is that it is the date of the longest number of daytime hours. In fact, I looked it up. The summer solstice this year had 14 hours and 22 minutes of daylight. Those of us who live for the night, those of us who are night owls, and those of you who perpetually live in black, that must have been really hard for you. And then, of course, for those of you who experience seasonal affect disorder, it was probably a better day for you. So what I will say about also is that what fascinates me about the summer solstice is that with each passing day after the date of the summer solstice, the sun begins to rise a little bit later and the sun begins to set a little bit earlier. And this is a cycle that is continued until the winter solstice, also known as Yule. And again, it's just the opposite, because usually a day or two after the winter solstice, also known as the longest night, because it has the highest number of nighttime hours and the lowest number of daytime hours, with each passing day, the sun begins to rise a little bit earlier and it begins to set a little bit later. Right now, it is dusk in my area, and it's 8 p.m. right now. So it is absolutely, and mind you, we're in the last full week, actually the second to the last full week of August. So here we are, it's 8 p.m. and it's dusk outside. The sun has pretty much almost done setting. If you have any questions about Litha or Midsummer, leave them in the comments. If you want to share some of your favorite summer solstice activities, leave that in the comments as well. As always, I am most thankful to all of you in YouTube land for all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, and all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And of course, an extra big and beautiful thank you to those of you who have already scheduled your sessions. And yes, I am already booking up in September and October, so if you are interested, and if you're ready to book, or if you need more information, you know what to do. Email me. Email will be in the description box. Have a beautiful night, enjoy the rest of this August, and as always, stay in tune with your intuition, stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, and stay tuned for the next video.